What's good, YouTube? So, I know I haven't uploaded anything in a very long time. I did record some Destiny 2 gameplay, but I was using a real shit graphics card, and it just didn't work. Like, the audio was all desynced. I was like, fuck it, we'll put it out anyway. But it didn't happen. I tried to export it. Shit got corrupted. But whatever. I finally got my PC built. It's good to go. Rock and roll. So yeah, here we are. And as you can see, we're gonna be working on the thingy. What's it called? I already forgot. The Razer thing. The upgrade kit. But ain't nobody want to spend however much it costs, 20, 25 bucks. So we got these instead. They're just some O-rings. They're the same material, just a different color. I'll put a link in the description down below, so you can just click on them and purchase them. You have to buy 2 of them because I believe they come in sets of 100, and 100 is just not enough for the keyboard. So I've looked into other videos on these, and what they really don't show is like what the keyboard sounds like before and after. So I'm gonna make sure to get that really good. Now I love this keyboard. It's the Razer, what is it? Black Widow. It's not the Chroma, but it's the Black Widow Ultimate 2016 edition, whatever. So yeah, I love it. I love the tactile feel. But as you can hear, that shit is loud as fuck. And like, I play online gaming with friends, and it's hella annoying. And I know that adding these O-rings are going to quiet down some. So yeah, this is what it sounds like before. After I put them in, I'll do it again. And I'm actually going to do like half and half. So half of the keyboard is going to have the O-rings and the other half is not going to have them. That way you can hear them in quick succession. So what comes with that upgrade kit are the O-rings, the green ones that are really nice looking that you won't even be able to see, so it doesn't even fucking matter. So it comes with that. It comes with the key extractor and a little brush thing. I mean, the brush thing? Come on, man. We're just going to take a thing of canned air and blow it all out anyway. Fuck it. Now, to get your keys out, you need a small flathead screwdriver. I have this one here. It can be bigger than this. I mean, I'm using this because it's like right here, so why the fuck not? But you need something small. Now, there are some that I'm not really going to show you. The space bar, the shift keys, the enter key, I believe the backspace key, probably this. I don't know. Some of them have stabilizers, so they're going to have little metal things in them, so they're not going to pop out, like all the way out. They're going to be held in. I know you can take them out, but I can't find a good video, like a good instructional on how to get them out and put them back in without breaking the little tabs on the keys. So I am going to be putting the O-rings on, and there's not going to be a good way for me to show you this. And you have to be pretty careful when popping the ones with the stabilizers off. So like here, it is popped off. It is hanging on just by the stabilizer. And I'm not going to be able to show you this, but underneath, well here, let me pop a regular key off so I can actually show you. Oh, come on. What needs to be done. Bam. Just pops right off. Now, this guy here is what we're putting the O-ring on. You do not want to put the O-ring on the switch because then this cross right here is going to be getting stuck on the O-ring and trying to force little bits of it down into the switch. So your O-ring will wear out. So let's go ahead and open these up. Sorry, I can't even see. I've got a tripod. Oh no! Okay. We're good. There we go. So what you want to do is we're just going to put this O-ring and slide it on there and then just slide it all the way down. Okay? And then we're going to put it right back on. Just be careful when you're lining it up and just push it down. I mean, you can kind of hear a difference. Oh, I see. So, like, if I'm typing... So it's just not slamming all the way down. It doesn't change the amount of pressure you need, or like when the switch activates, because like you can push the like the travel is less with the O-ring in there. Like I can definitely feel the difference, but it's not taking away from the time of depression. So like there it activated, there it activated. Like it's still the same, it still activates at the same distance. The pressure doesn't change, so there's no downside to doing this. The upside is having a slightly quieter keyboard. But you really only know, you're not gonna really notice the quietness if I'm just like pressing like this. It's when you're actually typing. So I imagine when I do half of it and I'm like typing full blown and then typing full blown, that's when we're really going to notice a difference. So, yeah. So anyways, you saw how I replaced it on there. Now with these ones with the stabilizer, you're really going to have to like tilt your keyboard up, find that cross, and then probably use your tiny little screwdriver to help you put the O-rings on here. There is only one switch. On this particular model, there's only one switch down there. I'm pretty sure older models have 2 switches that run in a series. That way it's like, excuse me, super accurate or whatever. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the O-rings in half of my keyboard and probably the spacebar, and then leave the other ones without. So I'll see you in a minute. And we're back. So I have this covered up because I have a question to ask you here in a little bit. But I was able to get the left shift key off with the stabilizer. So the stabilizer accidentally fell out, which is not a big deal. Like it just slides into these slots right here. And you sort of have to like put it at an angle to like get it in there. And you want to make sure you're putting it on correctly. So let me take it back off and I'll show you what I mean. If you look at the stabilizer, see in the middle how it sort of dips down? That's to actually make clearance for the switch. So you want to make sure that your key is facing upright, so it's like the right orientation in front of you. And make sure this dip down comes towards you and not away from you. Because this is actually going, the stabilizer actually sits a little bit beneath the switch. So you want to make sure that the orientation is good as you're putting it back on. So then also when you're taking the key off, very carefully, you can initially pop it out with your screwdriver, so then it's just like hanging in the keyboard, but you don't want to force it loose. So what I did was this right here, there's actually little clips that this portion slides onto, this side and this side. So what I did is I took my tiny screwdriver, I took the keys in front of it off, which was a big help. That really helped out. So I took those off, I put my screwdriver underneath here, and I just sort of pushed this forward, and then I did the same thing to the other side, and it just came right out. So that's how we're going to do it. That's how we'll do the spacebar, the other shift key, whatever other keys have the stabilizers. That's how we're going to do it. So we're going to go ahead and finish this up, and I'll get back to you when I'm ready. Alright, so now before I ask you my question, which is why this paper is here, I want to tell you a little bit about that spacebar. Man, it was not fun. I actually had to remove the, what is it? The comma key and the C key, because the stabilizer actually went on the other side of the switch. So it was the same process, but just in reverse of the shift key. So just want to throw that out there. And be very careful when you're taking it off of the plastic, when you are releasing the stabilizer from the keyboard itself. Just be careful, guys. Don't use a ton of force, because you're gonna break it and it's gonna really piss you off. So this is my question. As I was doing this half of the keyboard, I came across this key and I was like, what the fuck is this? What is this? What key is this? I'm like, oh, it's the L key, right? No, because the LEDs for the switches are actually above the switches, so the letter has to go at the top portion of the key, like the top half of the key. And I was like, maybe the 7? But then, as you can see right here, that's the 7 key right there, because this is the 6, and that's like the half of the, this is like a dividing line right here. So it's not the 7. I was like, what the fuck is it? It's not a 7, it's not the fucked up L, and I was like, maybe the 1 is fucked up? But it's not the 1 either. What the fuck is this? Do you know what it is? Without cheating? Do you know what that is? I didn't know what this was. Guess what? It's the fucking letter R. Every single letter on this keyboard is capitalized, but the R. What? Why? What? It just doesn't make any sense. Honestly, I didn't even notice until I picked up this key and I was like, alright, where's this one go? What is this? I had no fucking clue. No idea. But there you have it. Alright, so now, here's the test. So this side has the O-rings, plus the spacebar. The spacebar has it. And this side does not have O-rings. So here we go. We're going to do the original sound first. So this is no O-rings. That's no O-rings. Now this is with the O-rings. I'm using the same amount of force so you can hear the difference. And I think it's not the switch itself. It's when the key, because you can hear the switch. The switch sounds the same. It's actually the collision from the key to the keyboard. So that little cross piece, here I have these keys off. This cross piece here, I imagine that it's got to be this colliding with the bottom of the switch, which is mounted to the keyboard. So it's vibrating, reverberating, whatever you want to call it. This is making direct contact with the keyboard itself, and it doesn't have that O-ring to like muffle the sound. You know what I mean? It's like there's not as much vibration, so like when I hit this, I can feel that right here. But when I do this, I literally don't feel it at all. So the reason why it's less sound is because there's less vibration, which I guess scientifically makes sense. So again, that's what it originally sounds like. And this is with the O-ring. So it is quieter. Not a shit ton, but it is quieter. And I feel like, I don't know. What the fuck ever. If you want to do it, don't do it. If you don't want to, then whatever. So yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description of this video if you want to buy these. Does it make a huge difference? I mean, you know what? I think it makes a difference, and I'm actually glad I got them. It is less noise, which is what I want overall. And, you know, people are going to be like, oh, you know, you can just change the switches out in your key. Yeah, but the quiet linear ones or the soft ones, they're fucking expensive, man. Like, they're crazy fucking expensive. And yeah, I know this is an expensive keyboard, but I got it for 60 bucks. So, like, it's not, I didn't spend a crazy amount on this keyboard. So, I mean, I don't want to throw gobs of money into a keyboard. Like, it's just a keyboard. Like, maybe in the future, when I become a famous YouTuber, I'll go ahead and, like, buy switches or just get a quieter keyboard. I know Razer sells a quieter keyboard, but you know what? It's crazy fucking expensive, so shit's not for me. This, you know, I'm pretty sure they were only, like, a few dollars. It was not much. Hold on, I might have the thing right here. Hold on. Nope, don't have... Wait. Nope, that's not the thing. I don't know. It was very cheap, very inexpensive. I think it's worth it, especially if you have a loud keyboard and you have people complaining about it. It may not help completely, but at least your fucking friends will complain a little fucking less. So, whatever, man. Okay. Just a couple of afterthoughts. So, I ran out of fucking O-rings. So, if you click on the link down below, you're going to have to buy 3 packages. Alright? I think they must have come in 50. Right? So 50. So that means this is a 104 key keyboard. Right? Unless I got shorted some. I don't fucking know. I'm not a genius. I don't know facts. So that's tip number 1. Definitely, you're going to have to buy 3 packs if you click on the link down below. If not, you know, fucking count the keys on your keyboard. Too lazy to do that? Look up the model of your keyboard. Alright? Now, second tip for these 2 are on stabilizers. So, it is this shift key, this caps lock key. Sorry about the wobbly camera. I actually tore my setup down, and I don't want to set it all back up. So it's the left shift, caps lock, space bar, shift, enter, backspace, 0, enter, plus. These are the keys with stabilizers. So to get these off, you want to take this one off first. Don't even try to take this one off first. It's not going to happen. And then a way to get the stabilizer off without having a high risk of breaking your shit. So what you want to do is kind of turn the key so it's slanted some, and then you just sort of want to wiggle it. That's a bad example. But you wiggle it at an angle, and then it's going to come off of the stabilizer. Then you can just pop the stabilizer off. Now, you're going to have to put this back on the... This is hard to do one-handed. I'm literally holding the tripod up. It's hard to do one-handed, and I don't want to break it. So, you're going to have to put the stabilizer back on the key before you put it back on the keyboard. So when you do it, it's just going to sort of be hanging there. I'm going to try and get it back on the stabilizer, which is going to be way easier said than... Yeah, it's not happening. But I can still sort of show you. So when it's on there, it's just going to be hanging around. And you need to, like, position your stabilizer. There is a little groove on these little plastic bits. You know what? Let me drop the camera down so see if this will help me. We're gonna... Oh, whoa, we are adjusting. Focus. Do it. So, down here, there's a tiny little groove. Oh, Lord. And you can sort of get the stabilizer. It's not gonna focus, is it? Great. Whatever, man. You need to get the stabilizer, like, situated in this groove. And once it's in the groove, once it's in the groove, you just put a little bit of pressure on it and it popped right in. That's all you need to do. Perfect. So if you didn't know how to remove keys, that's how you're going to do it. You're going to pop it up. Here, we'll do it to this guy here. You're going to pop it up so that it becomes loose and it's wobbling around. You're going to give it a little tilty tilt, and you're just going to wiggle it back and forth here until it just pops right off the stabilizer. Then you can take your stabilizer off, put your O-ring on, put the stabilizer back onto the key, and just sort of like rest it on top there so it's like a little wobbly and loose. And then you're going to move the stabilizer bar until it's like right in that groove. Apply a little bit of pressure with the tool that you're using to pry off your keys, and that's it. Also, one more tip. When you're removing keys, I found it easiest if you put your tool in, push this key down, and use this key as like leverage. Hella easy. At first, I was just like, I popped some off and I was trying to use my fingers to pry them out. Nah, no good. They just went flying everywhere. You know, it's bullshit. And you know, say you get to, where did I put my tool? It's black. I cannot see. It's up here. Let's say you get to the very edge say it's over here. Actually, here, I'll just put a key on real quick. That's not the right key. Where's the key? Where's the key? Oh, here. We can do it right here. So, say you get to here, and there's no key to leverage off of. You can just use the frame of the keyboard. Bam. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Thanks for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If not, you know, that's okay too. If you could do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button, oh, I would be forever in your fucking debt. I mean, forever. Because right now, as of this video, I have 46 subscribers, so we're slowly climbing up, and we're almost halfway there. Whoa! Give me that subscribe! Still trying to get to 100 subscribers. That's my goal. You know, you gotta have some goals, so like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and go ahead and check these out. It's very cheap, man. It's like $3 worth of O-rings. Oh, if you do get them from somewhere else, I know like MSC sells them, McMaster Car, places like that, or if you go to Menards, make sure you get the nitrate ones. Those are gonna hold up a lot better. If you are on a site that doesn't really specify what they are, I wouldn't get them, just because some of them are gonna come with like an oily film. And I mean, I would not want that shit to get into my switches and ruin the switches. So, nitrate are the good ones. I would go with those. Or, you know, if you're just going to go to a hardware store, just feel them. If they feel oily, don't get them. These are going to feel like, they're not oily, but they're not like rubbery. They feel plastic. It feels like plastic. But just make sure the ones you get don't have some sort of oily residue on them. I imagine that would be bad news bears for your switches. So, alright. That's it. I'm done. We're out of here. See ya. Bye.